Hey, what's up? It's your boy Burf, and it's 5 Thrift Store Friday! Yes, it's 5 Thrift Store Friday, the happiest day of the week. And man, do I have an epic episode in store for you guys today. I had an incredible week of vintage toy thrifting. This week, I stumbled upon some iconic 80s toys, some nostalgic gems from the unforgettable 1990s, and even a little something from the good old days of RadioShack. Yes, RadioShack. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, I found some incredible toys based on a 1990s TV show that are just so freaking cool, I couldn't resist grabbing them. Plus, I found a couple of really cool furry figures that I can flip to make a little extra kiggity cash. And then I found an amazing R2-D2 carrying case that actually had some Star Wars figures inside of it. But the most epic find of the day was a toy made by Goodwill, like one of my favorite toy companies of all time. A vintage treasure I had always wanted as a kid, but never got my hands on until now. And the best part, I only paid $2.99 for it. It's just as awesome as I imagined. Plus, I want to dedicate this episode to Nancy from Delaware. Nancy, you totally rock. And I want to thank you for always watching my episodes. I'm glad they bring you so much joy. I hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I put my heart and soul into it just for you. If you guys are excited as I am, hit that like button and let's roll out.
Out of the thrift store, looking for toys galore. My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
Wow, look at this old Donald Duck bank. What year is that from? Walt Disney Productions, PlayPal Incorporated, or PayPal Plastics. Well, he's really not worth a whole lot. With the plug, so there's a plug that goes in the bottom of the bank there. With the plug, he's selling for about 10 bucks. So he's not worth a whole lot. I'll just leave him here for a Disney fan. Check out this little refrigerator. I like it. It's cool, but the inside here, it's missing the shelving units, which if you had like a can of soda, it's not going to fit in there unless you remove those units anyway. So, but it's selling for about $25 with the shelves on eBay. I'm going to leave it here. They want like $6.49 for it. I already have like a little Coca-Cola one at home, so I don't really need that. Oh, look at this. Pirates of Dark Water. Oh, that's awesome. Man, is there anything else like that? No, these look like they're just all dinos. But that is epic, man. You don't see that too often in a thrift store. And check that out. I'm getting both of those for $1.49. Oh, what do we got here? Isn't that fun? Little Garfield. That's kind of cool. I don't think that boat goes to him, but the Garfield's cool. Let's see, is there a year on the back of it? No, I don't know what. Maybe he's like a nightlight, maybe? I have no idea what that is. Ah, this is from 2024, this Garfield. All right, well, I like Garfield stuff, but I prefer to have it from the 70s and 80s, 90s. So I'll probably just leave him here for somebody else. Oh, look, it's one of the Rice Krispie elves. I don't know if that's Snap, Crackle, or Pop. That's kind of cool. I was just kind of scanning through Plushville here to see if there were any more of the boys on deck, but I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, it looks like he's the only one. Oh, look at this dude. Radio bot. I like how this isn't a Transformer insignia, but it's kind of like a Transformer insignia. This has got to be old. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. This has got to be from like the 80s. The funny thing is, I missed this guy like on 2 go-arounds. I went up and down this aisle twice and missed him, and he was just sitting there on the shelf. I'm gonna have to make that more of a habit to like go up and down these aisles a few times, because sometimes you just, I don't know, you just miss stuff. I guess maybe you're thinking about other things, or you get distracted with something else and you miss it, you know? So I could have easily missed that. Luckily I didn't. I don't know exactly what this is, but I looked, oh, I just broke it. Shit. All right, well, anyway, I opened up the battery pack. It's corroded inside really bad, so probably doesn't work anyway. But yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but whatever it is, I just broke it. I gotta try to remember that this old plastic is just brittle, you know? Over the years, I've broken quite a few different toys in the thrift store because I was just manhandling it like it was fresh out the factory, but this thing's probably like 30 years old. I don't know if it's supposed to be a radio. It says 3dllighteffects.com. Oh, well, it's a .com, which means that like it's at least from the 90s, maybe earlier, maybe like early 2000s. Oh, check out this old Fisher-Price radio. Oh, that's fun. Is that an old one or is that a reproduction? It's in really good shape. It kind of looks like it's older, but I'm not 100%. Oh, what are these? Oh, a couple little like pilgrim bears. Oh, they have articulation too. Those are cute.
All right, gang, we're starting off strong this week. We got some vintage 1990s Pirates of the Caribbean figures. These things are just so epic. Like, it's just something you never see in thrift stores. I'm trying to think, have I ever found another Pirates of the Caribbean? I have not. My friend Vinny, though, he found a couple of figures on card at his Saint Vinny de Paul, not named after him, by the way. Vinny's not a saint by any means, but he is a cool guy. But anyway, Vinny found some and sent them to me like a couple years back. And but other than that, I've never found any of these figures. And I also got this like RadioShack like radio bot or something like that. It's pretty cool, so let's check it out. First up, I snagged this radio bot, this Transformers radio bot. I think it's made by RadioShack. The research I did on it, all the listings showed that it was a RadioShack radio, but it says down here on the back, it says realistic. So I don't know if that's the actual brand, and maybe it was just sold at RadioShack, but all the listings have like RadioShack in it. But anyway, he is super duper cool, and he actually works. So if I kind of turn him on here, let's see. There we go. See if we can tune him in.
Woman! Whoa! Man! Whoa! Man! Woman! And things went along really great for a long time between man and woman because there was no sin.
It's like he's actually talking.
No sadness, no sickness, no
So
sorrow, no
awesome.
suffering, no deceit. No
Anyway,
lying,
this
no
thing is super
manipulating,
duper cool,
no
dude.
jealousy.
And I did pick up these Russ Teddytown Pilgrim figures. I just thought they were kind of neat. They actually do have articulation, so their legs and their arms move, their heads swivel from side to side. And I don't know, I just thought they were neat. I looked them up, you know, they're going for maybe $8 to $10 each. And, you know, I don't know, they were what, $2 or $3 in the bag or something like that, or a few bucks. So anyway, I picked these guys up too.
And then to find these guys in the thrift store was shocking. It was kind of surprising, man. It was definitely a jazz-worthy score just because you don't normally find Pirates of Dark Water stuff out in the wild. Maybe at a toy show, but not at a thrift store. So when I saw these guys in the bag, I was like, holy shit! Man, that is awesome. Definitely got jazzed up over it. And the cool thing is, I've got doubles of this guy. Well, you know, triples now, actually quadruples because I have another one on the shelf. But one of these guys, one of my Vintage Toy Mafia members, Scott Vaudreuil, is going to get in a trade. So he's got this old Marks Sir Stuart Knight accessories. So I have Sir Stuart, but I don't have any of his accessories. And Scott said, hey, I've got them. You know, I'd be down to do a trade. I said, what are you looking for? And he said, Pirates of Dark Water. So I was like, okay, I think I might have a couple of doubles, but let me check. And in the meantime, while I was looking to find those, I stumbled across these guys at the thrift. So how awesome is that? And then these are the figures that my friend Vinny Eltanda here on YouTube and Instagram, Vianella Fabrizio, he found these at his St. Vinny de Paul and sent them to me like a couple of years ago. So Vinny, if you're watching, I still got these guys, man. Not giving those up anytime soon. But yeah, how awesome is this? Up next, we're gonna head off to the Goodwill to see what kind of goodies they got. But before we do that, check out my Father's Day shirt that the girls got me. It actually had sleeves, but I didn't like the sleeves. Like I like the type of sleeves on shirts that are like form-fitting, that kind of wrap around your arms so you can show off your big muscles. Yeah, I don't have any muscles. But I like those kinds of shirts. And this shirt had like that 1980s sleeve type of shirt where they kind of went out to a point. They kind of look like a tent on the side of your arms. I don't like that. So I had Nicole cut it off and turn it into a tank top for me, so I think it's pretty cool. All right, off to the Goodwill. What you got for me today, Goodwill? What you got for me today? We got some Funko Pops over here for $5.99. Seems like a decent deal considering you're getting like 4. Man, I just looked this up and it's like all over the place as far as what it's selling for. Anywhere from $5 up to $25, but like literally all over the place. Like some sold for 8, some sold for 13, some sold for 15, some sold for 24, 25. So not worth the risk. Got some Jurassic Park, Jurassic World vehicles. That one's kind of cool. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We got a dart launcher. It's kind of fun. Oh, there's like a Buzz Lightyear Mr. Potato Head. And when we got this, some sort of robot. It's missing its head. Oh no. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. A G.I. Joe Vamp. Oh, that's cool. $4.99 though. It's missing like everything. That's ridiculous. But you know my motto, no Joe left behind. Maybe we'll get lucky and actually find some G.I. Joes around here somewhere. There's a wall of bags over there. So let's go check that out. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find some G.I. Joes in here. And it looks like a lot of plush, actually. Oh, there's a Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's. Looks like a puma, some sort of mountain lion. Yeah, I'm not seeing any Joes. Oh, look at this old cup. The Wizard of Id. I used to read that in the Sunday comics all the time when I was a kid. Kind of almost want to get it. You never see that. Oh my God, get out of here. Family Ties on VHS. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, hell yeah. That is super cool. Is there any more? We've got the Wizard of Oz over here, Cinderella, the Avengers, the original British TV cult classic. Tootsie. Incredible Hulk. Oh, that's awesome. That's the original TV show. I'll grab that. And then we got Wallace and Gromit. More Avengers. Hey, check this out. This Funko Pop Lando Calrissian. What's funny is that this is selling for about $12 loose like this on eBay, but if it had Han Solo in it, it's like selling for like 70 bucks. Such a drastic contrast in price, you know? I just came across these things called Sick Bricks. I want $2.99 a pop for these, but I have no idea if they're worth anything. Well, it looks like they're selling for anywhere between $1 and $5, so not gonna be worth it. So I'll just put these guys back on the shelf. Oh, that's a cool find. Wonder Woman, what do they want for that? $2.99, right? I'm gonna pick that up. Well, I was gonna pick it up, but it's got some pretty bad scratches on it, unfortunately. Well, we got some Care Bears, unfortunately. They're all modern Care Bears. What do they want? $2.99 each. I don't know if they're worth anything or not. Maybe the modern ones are worth flipping. If they were vintage, I'd just keep them for myself, but I'll check into it. Well, it looks like they're only selling for about $8 to $10 each, which I guess, you know, at $3, if you allotted them all together, you could make a little money on it, but I'll pass on it. Well, check those figures out. I picked him up at Ross a little while back, a couple years ago, I think. And then that one there, he's selling for like $30, but with a really nice box. So he's probably, you know, he's probably worth $20 in there. They're asking $9.99 for it. I think I'm just not gonna deal with it at the moment, but kind of cool to see those in a thrift store. Well, gang, it looks like I found another vintage board game. The board gaming finds continue. So we got Castle Risk. So I was familiar with regular Risk. I didn't know there was a Castle Risk. That is cool. And I looked at it earlier. All the pieces are there, and they want $4.29 for it. So I'm gonna snag it.
Yeah, buddy! We just found an iconic 1980s G.I. Joe vamp. How awesome is that, man? So I grabbed that sucker, man. Like I say, no Joe left behind. No Joe left behind. So I grabbed that, got a couple other things. Got this Risk board game, and then also found some cool VHS. So let's do a little show and tell. All right, the first thing I want to take a look at is this epic Wizard of Id glass. It's part of a collector series of glasses that you could get at Arby's back in the day. So apparently this was a promotion from 1983. You can see there on the bottom. Who remembers this comic strip? I used to read this all the time in the Sunday comics when I was a kid. And I had completely forgotten about this cartoon until I saw this glass. So this thing is pretty awesome, and definitely needs a little washing. It's pretty dusty and dirty, but it's just gonna stay in my collection. And I did pick up this game, Castle Risk. I've never played this game. I didn't even know it existed. I am familiar with Risk, but not Castle Risk. But I love military, like, strategy games like this. So this should be pretty awesome. Hopefully I can get the girls to maybe play with me. They have been a little more willing to play some of the games that I've picked up, some of the different board games. Like we were recently just playing 13 Dead End Drive, and they absolutely loved it. It was a game that I picked up at an estate sale not too long ago. But yeah, this looked pretty awesome, so I just had to get it. I also grabbed these two classic TV shows on VHS, Family Ties and The Incredible Hulk. When I was a kid,
I used to watch both of these shows religiously. Like, this was when TV was at its greatest, in my opinion. The 1980s sitcoms and dramatic TV shows and stuff like The Hulk, Knight Rider, The A-Team, just epic television all the way around. But yeah, very pleasantly surprised to find these at the thrift store. And of course, you know I had to save the best for last. We got the 1982 jazz-worthy G.I. Joe Vamp. Man, this thing looks awesome. It's in great condition, even though it is missing just about everything. But that's okay, because it still looks good, and you can never have enough Vamps in your G.I. Joe military. I know the Vamp was primarily Clutch's vehicle, but every Joe needs a Vamp. In fact, we've got Sergeant Slaughter behind the wheel right now. Man, he's ready to take down some Cobra with his USA tank top and his drill instructor hat. Man, this thing looks fantastic, and I was definitely jazzed up over this. I've been having quite a bit of luck at the Goody Wheels lately. I've been hitting the Goody Wheels up more often than not. Like, on some of my adventures throughout the week, I'll actually go and hit up 5 or 6 Goody Wheels in one day. And that'll be all I do. I won't even do Texas Thrift or Thrift Giant or anybody else. I'll just go hit up, 5, 6, 7 Goody Wheels, because they seem to have producing lately. It's gotten a lot better. In fact, we're about to head off to another Goody Wheel.
Look what we got here. We got a Furby. Now, I don't know if that's a reproduction or if that's an original. Just trying to look there on the bottom. They want $1.99 for it. I'll probably grab it. I'm kind of hoping it's an original. That'd be awesome. Oh, looky. It's our boy Buzz. What's this? This is some sort of ark or a pirate ship or something, maybe? Maybe Noah's Ark, maybe? Is that made by Playmobil? Oh yeah, it sure is. It's a Playmobil. That's cool. Yeah, that's an ark. Probably had a cap on it. You can see like the cage where they would like keep the lions or something like that. Hey, it's Steven Universe. Caroline used to love this cartoon. And we got the Buzz Lightyear Slinky Dog. Oh, look at this Jell-O favorite desserts like cookbook. It's got all these different, this is old. It's got all these different desserts that you can make. Man, those look good. Those look real good. Do they have like Jell-O pudding pops in here? That would be cool. Man, I miss those things. Jell-O pudding pops were like so good. Oh, is this Jell-O homemade pudding pops? Oh, wow. Maybe I should get this and get Nicole to try to experiment with it.
Well, it turns out this Furby is not an original. He is not a vintage Furby. He's from 2012. Man, I need to start like bringing my reading glasses with me, because the print on some of these toys is so tiny I can't see it. But I ended up picking him up anyway. He was $1.99, and I did end up looking him up, and he sells for a little bit of money. So I'm gonna try listing him on eBay or maybe Facebook Marketplace, but I'm gonna bundle him up with another Furby that I found at Thrift Giant. Check it out.
Well, how crazy is that? I just found a Furby at the Goody Wheel, and here's another one at Thrift Giant. That's nuts. And this one's only $2.99. The other one at Goodwill was $1.99. So, all right, I'm gonna grab him because the other one needs a buddy. And we've got this red T-Rex. Kind of looks like he would be like a Playmobil. I don't have my glasses. I can't see that small, but he's kind of neat looking. Well, he is Playmobil, and he's kind of all over the place with his pricing. I saw one that sold for $5, one that sold for $11, one that sold for $12, one sold for $15. So they want $2.99. I'll just leave them here. Hey, check out these two guys. Those are cool, man. They kind of look like rescue heroes, like the body style, but they're superheroes. What do they want? They want $2.99 for him, $2.99, so $3 a piece. I don't know, they're pretty cool. I might actually pick those up. Oh my God, I haven't seen this guy forever and a day. They want $5.99 for him. This guy sells for like between $25 and $40 on a pretty regular basis. So I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna flip him. Oh, what do we got here? That's kind of a cool little pack. $6. Hero World. I don't know, maybe. Oh, what do we got down here? We got some X-Files stuff. Oh, these are cool, man. Whoa, quite a few of them. So we got this one here, that one, and that one. All right. Well, there's one more down here too. Oh, sweet. They're all $6.99. All right, I'm gonna grab all these.
Man, I cleaned up here at this Thrift Giant. This was pretty awesome. So not only did I get another Furby, but these X-File figures on card for $6.99 for just like a total steal, man. I could not resist them. These things are awesome. Let's do a little show and tell. So check out these little dudes. Okay, so this one I was able to get working. Right. So I got him working. This one here has got some corrosion that I'm going to need to try and maybe clean up to get him working. Look at him. He's just dancing over there, having a good time. But yeah, I think, you know, once I get him working, we'll be in good shape. But I should be able to flip these and make a little extra money because between the two of them, I only paid like $5 like total for both of them. I keep thinking he says eBay. He's been saying that, like, eBay, like, what? eBay sucks. Pow. Anyway, yeah, should be able to make a little extra kiggity cash. Oh, he's gonna fall off. Is he gonna dance right off? Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh! Up next, we've got the How to Train Your Dragon Bewilderbeast, and I've had this guy in the past a few different times and he always sells really quick. I paid, I think, $5.99 for him. I should be able to flip him pretty quick, make a nice little profit, add it to the Burfy bank so I can, you know, continue to rack up my coins to buy vintage toys that I actually really want. But yeah, he is pretty awesome. And if he actually had his chains, you can see like there's a remnants of them there. But if he actually had the chains, he sells anywhere from like $60 to $80. There are a couple of variants of him. There's one that, this one kind of has like kind of a grayish color to him. There's one where he's a little bit more white. And that one is actually worth a good bit more money. But yeah, he is pretty cool and I should be able to resell him on eBay fairly quickly. I also picked up this Spider-Man and Hulk. They're made by Toy Biz, I believe from 2002, and they definitely have that Rescue Heroes feel to them. And I think they're pretty awesome figures. I have to say, I mean, really the thing that made me buy them was the Spider-Man, just because his colors, his blue, yellow, and red, they just popped. You know, I'm a sucker for vibrant, colorful toys. And Spider-Man definitely fit the bill on that. And of course, if I got the Spidey, I couldn't pass up the Hulk, even though I think I already have this Hulk, because I know I have the thing, but I think I have a Hulk too, and I think I have a vehicle for him, and I know I've got a vehicle for the thing. He has like a car that he drives, and I believe the Hulk has one too. So anyway, I thought they were super cool and just could not pass them up. And finally, I got these X-File figures mint on card, baby. Now the card itself is not that mint. You can see the corner is bent there, Some of them have like, where the card got ripped. And then this one here, the bubble is damaged. It's bent in on the corners there. So the cards aren't necessarily in the best shape, but the figures on the inside, are going to be just straight up mint because they've never been outside of that plastic prison. So what do you guys think? Should I open these figures up? I don't think they're all that valuable. I mean, they're definitely worth more than $6.99, which is what I paid for each one of them. But I don't think on card they're worth a whole lot. Maybe 20 bucks. I don't know. But I thought they might be kind of cool to open up and put on display on a shelf somewhere. Let me know in the comments below. Should I open them or should I leave them as is? All right, here we are, last store of the day, and this is the Goodwill that I find a childhood grail, if you will. Like, this is something I always wanted to, as a kid, when I would see the commercials for this on TV, I would just think this thing was so awesome. And I don't know why I never got it, because my parents literally bought me pretty much every single toy that I ever asked for. So I don't know if I saw it and just never asked for it. And just in my head was kind of hoping that, like, I don't know, Santa Claus would bring it or something. But like, I don't know. I don't know why I never had this thing, because it was definitely on my radar. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, here it was sitting on the Goodwill shelf, just calling out my name. Check these two dudes out. So this guy here, they're from the How to Train Your Dragon movie. But this guy's selling for like 25, 30 bucks. They want $1.99 for them. This one's selling for like 15 to 20. And they also want $1.99. So I'm gonna pick both these up. And with the new movie coming out, it should be a pretty easy flip. And here's a Lanyard Skull Island helicopter from the King Kong movie. That King Kong, the big like 20-inch one or 18-inch one, that's the first toy I ever bought at a toy show, ever. So I've got the Kong already. I think I'm gonna pick this up to go along with him. Look at this big ass Tasmanian devil plush. Thing is huge. It's almost like a beanbag. Let's open this up. Let's see if I can get it open. I don't want to break it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's like a little play set. And it's got some episode 1 figures in it. So he's got a little gimmick where his hands move, his arms, and he's got his lightsaber. I want 10 bucks for it, but I think I'm gonna get it. It's pretty neat. And it also has this little lightsaber that goes with it too. I don't know if it goes with the R2. Kind of looks like it. Holy shit, is that an original animal? Oh my god. What? Does it have a year on it? Is that that's not a reproduction, is it? Looks like it says 1984 on it. Oh my god. That is sick. Looks like it's missing the battery cover. Oh man. He's on the jazz, man. He's on the jazz. He's on the jazz, man. That jiggy, jiggy jazz. This is epic. Oh my god. I always wanted one of these as a kid. Always wanted one. Never got one. Oh my gosh. It's in really great shape too, minus the battery cover, but I think I can get one of those on eBay. Look at this helicopter. That's cool. And then we got that one. I'm putting the Kong Island one back. I made some decisions since I'm gonna be getting this guy right here. So I'm gonna get the R2, this, and the dragons. Oh, here's a little Godzilla. That's cool. Not too interested in that, but it's cool. And then we got this Black Panther rhino looking thing. Oh my god. My god, I can't believe I own this thing. And it is so cool, man. It's just like I always imagined. It's incredible. And I ended up buying a battery cover for it off of eBay. So I found this truck earlier in the week, and it arrived today on Friday as I'm filming this segment for you. It just got here. So I put it on, and this thing is in perfect functioning order. Let's do a little show and tell with the stuff I picked up. All right, the first thing we're gonna look at is this 1998 Star Wars R2-D2 carrying case. I did pay up a little bit for this guy. I paid $10, which is more than I would typically want to pay in a thrift store, you know? I don't know, I thought maybe he should have been priced at like $4.99 or $5.99, but I'm not going to bitch and complain too much because it's pretty awesome and it's definitely worth more than $10. But the cool thing was it actually came with some Star Wars figures, which made it worth even more. So let's take a look at them. So the cool thing about this carrying case is that it also doubles as a play set. So over here we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting Darth Maul in an epic battle. And then over here we've got Qui-Gon Jinn, who is missing his lightsaber. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep, I don't know, I might keep these figures. I don't really have a whole lot of this of the new Star Wars stuff, but I will say that, like, I do think the figures from episode 1 with Darth Maul and stuff like that, I think those were some of the best figures that came out when the new series started. So I may just keep these guys. And if I do, I may look to see if I can get a lightsaber for Qui-Gon over here. And then over here, I believe this is Padme, right? So anyway, we've got several little compartments here to house our figures in. I don't know exactly what this little piece here goes to. It was just laying inside. So anyway, and then we've got this down here, which is a lightsaber. And I don't know if that actually came with the R2. So does it actually fit inside here maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. And it looks like we got some little compartments here. Oh, look at that. Look, I didn't even know he was in there. We got little Anakin Skywalker. Oh my gosh, and then somebody's blaster. Wow, that was a complete surprise. Is there anybody in here? Oh, there's something in there. Oh, what are these? These are like, yeah, accessories. And what does that go to, I wonder? Well, how about that? Totally surprised by that. That is on. Okay, so that just made my decision. I'm going to keep all these figures just because little Anakin here was hiding away in this compartment down here, trying to evade being killed by Darth Maul. And how cool are these dudes, man? These How to Train Your Dragon. So, you know, earlier I found the Bewilderbeast and then came across these guys. Picked them up for $1.99 each. I figure with the new movie coming out, these guys should be in high demand, I would imagine anyway. So maybe I can make an extra buck or two to add to the birth bank to be able to buy those vintage toys that I want. You know, I say that all the time, but it's the truth, man. In this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do to get that extra kiggity cash. Know what I mean? And this, my friend, is the stuff that childhood dreams are made of. And this is why I thrift for vintage toys, man. This thing, like, totally made my day. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is something that I had been wanting since I was a child, since I first saw it on television.
Can anything stop the animal? The animal! It's a big, powerful 4x4. But when the going gets tough, it bares its claws to climb over things that get in its way. The animal! The animal! Can anything stop the animal? The animal! The animal clawing its way to the top. The animal, each sold separately. Batteries not included. New from Galoob.
and you know, the commercial. And I just thought it was amazing. I loved how these claws came out. I was like, man, how did they do that? You know, and you'd see it climbing over like rugged terrain and stuff like that. Now, this was made by Louis Galoob, and this is not a 1980s animal. This one is from 1991. So it's not like a G1, you know. There were different types of animal vehicles. There was the monster trucks, there was an SUV, I think there were some other vehicle types and whatnot, and several of them had like different logos or stickers on them, but this thing is awesome. So I ended up ordering a battery cover off of eBay, and it showed up today. So I ended up popping it on, and it was able to make the connections with the batteries and fire this puppy up. So we're gonna take it outside right now so you can see it in action. All right, gang, here we go. We're gonna put the animal to the test in the wilderness of my front yard. So he's got this border wall over here to conquer. So there's a bunch of illegals on the other side, and the animal is gonna be sent in to take care of business. So let's see here. Let's get him turned on, and let's see what he can do. Deploy claws. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it actually works. That is so cool. That is so freaking cool, man. I love it.
Hey, well, that's all I got for you this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Nancy, I hope you enjoyed it most of all. So if you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I got a lot more great adventures coming your way. If you actually enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, because that helps me out and it helps my channel grow. And if you want to watch more videos just like this, because it's the weekend and you want to binge a little burf, then check out this next video.